For years, fans begged her to return. "Where's the album?" became a global meme. Rihanna, one of the most successful pop stars of her generation, had seemingly vanished from music at the height of her career. But what no one realized was that she hadn't disappeared. She was working. Silently. Strategically. While the world waited for her next song, Rihanna was laying the foundation for something far bigger than a chart-topping hit. She wasn't chasing the spotlight anymore. She was building a legacy that could outlive any album. In the 2000s, Rihanna was everywhere. She went from a teenage newcomer from Barbados to an international pop phenomenon in just a few years. Her debut single, Pon de Replay, marked the beginning of a meteoric rise. With hits like Umbrella, Disturbia, Only Girl in the World, and We Found Love, Rihanna owned the charts, radio, and red carpets. She was the fashion-forward, genre-bending superstar the music industry didn't see coming. Her voice was unmistakable, her style unapologetic, and her presence electric. She wasn't just releasing music, she was setting the tone for pop culture. And by 2016, with the release of her critically acclaimed album ANTI, Rihanna had fully transitioned from hitmaker to artist. Then, silence. No new album. No singles. No performances. Just whispers of studio sessions and vague promises of soon. Fans grew impatient. Memes flooded the internet. R9 became both a rally cry and a running joke. But behind the scenes, Rihanna was writing a different kind of song, one made of strategy, ownership, and vision. She had tasted the limits of music, and she wanted more. More control, more impact, more legacy. So she turned to business, and turned it upside down. In 2017, she launched Fenty Beauty, a cosmetics line that didn't just enter the industry, it shook it to its core. With 40 foundation shades on day one, something the beauty industry had failed to prioritize. Rihanna made inclusion the standard, not a selling point. And it worked. Fenty wasn't a celebrity brand. It was a cultural movement. The message was clear. This wasn't about fame anymore. This was about power. Then came Savage x Fenty, a lingerie line that redefined sexy, not as a narrow fantasy, but as a celebration of all bodies. Every size, every shade, every gender expression was welcomed and featured in campaigns and runway shows that felt like declarations of revolution. Rihanna wasn't performing for the male gaze. She was performing for the people. And people responded. Sales soared. Investors lined up. The industry couldn't look away. She had done it again, turned authenticity into dominance. While other artists scrambled to stay relevant in a crowded music space, Rihanna built a fashion and beauty empire valued in the billions. Yes, billions. In 2021, she officially became a billionaire. Not from record sales, but from brand ownership. And she did it with grace, strategy, and silence. She didn't need to explain her absence from music. Her success explained it for her. But she never turned her back on music entirely. In 2023, she made a triumphant return, headlining the Super Bowl halftime show, pregnant, powerful, and totally in control. No flash guests. No gimmicks. Just Rihanna, reminding the world that she hadn't disappeared. She had evolved. The performance was a flex, not just of artistry but of autonomy. She wasn't chasing industry approval anymore. She was the industry. What makes Rihanna's journey so extraordinary isn't just the scale of her success. It's how she did it, quietly, deliberately, and on her own terms. She didn't fight to stay in the spotlight. She walked away from it, built her own platform, and made the spotlight come to her. She proved that reinvention doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be fearless. Today, Rihanna is more than a singer, more than a mogul. She's a symbol of what happens when a woman stops performing for others and starts investing in herself. She disappeared from music, yes, but only to build something far more powerful. Now, whether she drops another album or never sings again, her place in history is already sealed. She didn't vanish. She transformed. And while the world was waiting for a hit, Rihanna was quietly building an empire, one bold, brilliant move at a time.